Thanks for organizing that great event. It's really high class, outstanding, super quality. Thank you for coming to my presentation today. I'd like to present to you Operia, which is a market research platform that allows companies globally to do market research and consumer research and understand their customers in order to build better products, better services, and gain more traction on the market. Let me first start with the reason why we're doing what we're doing. So companies globally need to understand the needs and requirements of their customers in order to build better products and services and to better target market research and marketing and sales activities. In order to get that personal data from consumers, they go through so-called data brokers today. Data brokers are companies that are collecting data from all of us without our knowledge, and they're selling it to companies worldwide by making huge profits. Today, the data brokerage market has a volume of 250 billion US dollars every year and grows with, on average, 13.5%. This shows the importance and value of personal data. The downside is that these data brokers are stealing that data from consumers and they're making the profit. And consumers' data privacy is violated and they're not getting compensated anyway. So this is why consumers are already starting to protect their data. What leads to the situation that data brokers are getting less data from consumers and they can sell less data to companies globally. So that means companies are getting less from the data that they need. On the other side, we have regulation coming in place. There's the General Data Protection Regulation, which has global impact. And the whole idea of the General Data Protection Regulation is to protect consumers' data privacy. That means regulation is again making sure that data brokers cannot access consumers' data and sell it to companies. So in consequence, that means companies are getting less and less data with lower and lower quality. And on the other side, consumers' data is getting stolen and is getting sold for money and consumers are not getting anything. So if you look at that current system, it shows that there is a huge market for personal data, but the way this market works today is completely wrong. The two most important actors, consumers and companies, are losing. And our vision and mission is to actually change that. Let me just quickly show you what I mean with personal data. So what is personal data? Personal data can, for example, be, as you see on the top left, how you browse the internet. That means we can understand how someone is browsing the internet, plus we have patented technology in place that allows us to measure where someone is looking at on a website, and by doing facial recognition, we can understand what emotions that creates. That is highly valuable information for companies because they can actually understand if, for example, an advertisement on a website is seen and if consumers like it or not. So this is highly valuable information and we enable our users to sell that information to companies globally. But also another example is, for example, as you can see on the top right, data from wearables and smart devices. So I'm wearing a smart ring here, and this smart ring is actually tracking my activities, it's tracking my sleep, and I can sell that data through Operia platform to companies globally and make money by monetizing that. Another example, as you see on the bottom left, is how you use your smartphone, what you buy online. Thousands of companies are interested in that information and you are able to sell that data to those companies through our Operia platform. Another important aspect is what you see in the bottom right. We also make sure that we have a very good consumer profile. That means we understand the demographics. This is important because companies, when they purchase data from consumers, they always think in two steps. First of all, they define their target customer profile, and then they want to purchase data from this specific customer profile. An example from one of our customers, BMW, when they try to understand the next generation of customers for their BMW 5 Series, then it's typically someone between 50 and 70, has a certain income, owns a house, has kids, and only if someone corresponds to that profile, then BMW is interested in buying data from that person. So this is why we first have to make sure to have a very good consumer profile, and then the related personal data, so that companies can purchase that through our Operia platform. Operia was founded in 2015. We launched the Operia platform in 2016. Since then, it's a working product which is up and running 24/7 globally. We have lots of very renowned customers, such as BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, Procter & Gamble, GM. So really global, renowned Fortune 500 customers that are using our Operia platform to gather information, data and feedback from consumers globally so that they can understand their needs and requirements better. And actually Operia is bringing together already today companies and consumers globally. We're not only developing technology, we're also making sure that our technology is strongly protected by issuing patents. We actually have two strong patents. One is in eye tracking, one is in motion capturing. And those patents are making sure that we're having a competitive advantage long-term over potential competitors in our space. In addition to that, we are very proud that our renowned big clients, they're not only customers, they are really strongly supporting Operia's idea, Operia's vision, and they are supporting us with very positive quotes, with case studies, and a great example is Laura from Mercedes-Benz Research in Silicon Valley. Her UX department, user experience department, is using Operia to understand how new functions and new features in Mercedes cars are actually influencing how their customers like the product, plus they understand what needs to be changed, what needs to be improved, what is missing. A good example is a recent study they just did with Operia, where they tested a new feature in their cars, and they had 100 people use that new feature. Operia was tracking their behavior. Operia was allowing them to also provide feedback, and based on that information, Mercedes-Benz is now strongly able to improve the interface and how that new feature works. And this is exactly what companies need. They need to understand what is good, what is bad, what is missing, what do our customers want, and Operia is actually 100% enabling them to do that. Another example is Dr. Wolfram Wemlinger. He's a high-level executive at Audi in Germany. He also joined our advisory board and helps us with the future development of functions in Operia. And he's very much convinced that Operia is actually changing the way how companies can perform their market customer research, and it will strongly help them to design better products, design better services, and be more compatible on the market. I have a short video here that actually shows how the Operia platform is working and how we use the Pdata token to compensate consumers for the data that they can sell to the Operia platform. Richard, can we switch on audio? Audio.
Operia and Pdata token, we are building a decentralized marketplace for the secure trading of personal data based on the blockchain. A company can request personal data from you, like your web browsing and online shopping behavior for the last 3 months. If you decide to share this data, you'll get paid with Pdata tokens. Due to blockchain, your data privacy is completely protected. Even better, You can create an income stream by selling the data you're producing anyway. On the other side, companies get quick and easy access to high-quality data.
So that is actually showing how